Hey guys, the Bomb Y'all Fan Man here with a new find, and I just couldn't pass this one up, man. I'm really trying really hard not to buy fans anymore because of space, because of lifestyle changes, moving, things like that. A side note, if anyone's interested in buying my entire fan collection, it is for sale. The whole bit. Just rent yourself a box truck, come up New England, grab it all. I have two prices in mind, one for most of it, but I would keep a couple of special fans, and then one price for literally everything. The Emerson, all of it. But that's what I'm looking at. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy this. I know you guys do. And part of it for me has always been the hunt, really seeking these things out. And today I got up early and went to an estate sale to buy something to me is really special. And then by the time I got out to the car with it, I was even more impressed with it because it's a pretty neat setup. I'm going to try and show it to you. Just picked it up, haven't cleaned it, haven't nothing. It's a little dirty, but it's not too rusty. It's a pretty cool fan. Let's take a look, guys. All right, guys, we're looking at a Ventilaire WTG WT Grant Corporation box fan with rolling stand. And this is a rolling stand unlike anything I've ever seen. This is an early version of what the Sears fans had in the 70s. The big giant Sears box fans, the ventilator fans that they made, had a stand that it would sit down and then it would come up. And if that's what this does, but this is probably a bit earlier than that. I don't know, but it's definitely, I've got a few stand fans. I find them a little rolling fans. I find them a little fascinating. And these WT Grant fans are pretty uncommon, at least in this area. I found one two years ago with its original box that was what did they call it? A filter fan? That's really cool. And then this one reminds me a lot of it. I'm not sure it has the same motor, but the blades are the same. Boy, the badge on this one looks amazing. But this has this weird rolling stand, and it doesn't have feet on it. This is a true rolling fan sold this way, I believe, even though it does have a handle. But let me show you. I'm going to put the camera on a stand. I'm going to show you how this stands up. It's a really neat thing. So if you see on the side, so we got the little small clear plastic wheels, which I don't love. There's 4 of them. And they roll, but they don't turn, they don't swivel as good as they should. It's an old deal. It's got its grommet, which is great. And we have this arm here, as you see, which you can change the height of the fan once it's in up position. But we have this bracket thing and this little dowel. What this does is it goes around this way and locks into this position here to bring the fan up to running position, although I'm sure you could run it in this position just fine. I probably will. But let's take a look at the movement of this thing. All right, so I think I should just be able to pull this up, and it just flips around, but it won't like that it does that. This needs to be tightened on there, I guess. And then it just kind of flips up and around. I get it to do it. Okay, I noticed that the previous owners put something on for your foot here. See that down there? I think because you have to put your foot on it so it stays. So let's see if that helps us. Okay, locked in. Locked in. It wasn't as easy as it probably could be. And then there it is. Your WT Grant stand fan. Let's take a better look. So here it is in its upright position. You can also raise it up. This side seems really stuck. This side is moving, and it's actually causing a little bit of problem. There's tape on here because it was marked sold. They had $20 on it. I got it for $15. Very dirty. But that right there, that alone is really awesome. That the label tag is really nice. This doesn't say much on it other than 2 speed. But the handle's intact, the cord is intact. It's a little stiff, very old, as you'd imagine. I'd say something like this probably 1961 or 2 or 3, early 60s, because there's no plastic, except for the little wheels, as you can see, which are all intact with the little cap that goes over where they're screwed in. Very nice. Someone put something there for your foot. Again, I needed that to get this to flip up, and you can see once it's flipped up, that's where the dowels rest, to rest it in its position here. And then you have some height adjustment, right? You could lift it up and it locks all the way up here, actually, which is kind of neat. So yeah, I don't know. I guess there's height either way. It probably is a little adjustable even in the lowered position. I don't know. But I did check it before I bought it, because as you know, some of these things are beat up and don't run good. Let's plug this in. I'll give you an idea how it runs. And we do need to clean it, Lord knows. Now, I do want to show you how very, very, very dusty and dirty this is. Pretty bad. But doable and not rusty. There's a sticker in there. Let's see if we can get a look. So there's a sticker with some writing in there. Now I would have a feeling that even though this is W.T. Grant, that this may have been made by Burns Air King. Just something about the shape of the brace going across the back and the case itself, but it's higher end than that. I mean, it's a more sturdy case. You've got these really interesting clips that clip the grill. It's very interesting sort of setup. This one has a GE export motor, as you can see, which means it's got oiling tubes. They're all covered in dust right now. I'm not sure what the other W.T. Grant has for a motor. Maybe the same? Who knows? But we'll check that out in a while. When we get to cleaning this, we'll bring the other fan over here and we'll compare the two and stuff like that. But this gold plating material, it's not gold, but this goldish color that's on this reminds me of a Burns nameplate or whatever that is. I don't know. Who knows? But we're going to run this real quick for you. Well, as you can see, I started recording, but I didn't hit go. Anyway, it has a cool startup sound, and it runs like a sewing machine. It's very balanced, and it's very quiet. Here's high. Runs a good amount of air, very quiet. Very nice machine. We'll clean it up for sure. Here's low. Once it does slow down, still kind of slowing down. So yeah, very, very nice fan, very interesting stand. Never seen anything quite like it. So, and it's a Grant. These are uncommon. W.T. Grant. Look at that badge. That makes it worth it right there. So, thanks for watching. We will clean this up and do another few videos on it. Pretty neat to find. And here's a quick spin down for you. Spins down rather nice, but these export motors generally do. The GE exports, they're generally pretty loose and run very smooth. Some people say, a long spin down isn't actually a good sign, and that could be true, but we'll oil it and clean it up. I've never had one of these export motors apart. I think that they can be taken apart. I've never had one apart, honestly. And we might not do that to this one, but we're definitely going to clean as much of the dust and gunk off. It was in a kitchen, so this probably pretty greasy. It might not come very, very super clean, but it's got a full Venturi ring, which I like, I suppose I should say. Yeah, it's a pretty cool machine. So there you go. W.T. Grant's Ventilaire rolling fan, collapsible. Vintage fan, really cool. Thanks for watching. And again, if you have any interest in the collection, has one new member to it. Pretty cool. Let me know. I'm not joking about that. Get a box truck. Drive to New England. Buy a fan collection. Drive home happy. The Bomb, y'all. Thanks for watching, guys.